Hi there, my name is Phil, and in this presentation we're going to talk about recipes for diabetics and going to look at getting your questions answered as well about the sort of foods that you should be eating and those that you should be avoiding too. Now, being told that you have diabetes can be quite scary at first, and maybe finding it quite hard to know which direction to turn next or where to get the best information from. Of course, the very first thing you should do is always consult your doctor if you haven't already, who may prescribe some sort of drugs or at least explain how to test your blood levels. However, there are things that you can do starting from today that can help control the situation as well. Now, whether this is for you or for a loved one, you're probably a bit concerned as to what sorts of food that you should be eating, and maybe you're worried that it's going to mean cutting out all of your favourite foods, all the exciting foods, but luckily this is often not the case. You just need to make a few adjustments here and there. Now, of course, this is the sort of information that drug companies hope you won't get your hands on, because I suppose they would rather you spent all your money on their off-the-shelf products. It's worth bearing in mind as well that depending on what country you're in, but certainly in the US, it's quite common that the government will not pay towards your medical aid. If it is a minor, then you certainly want to look into it, because you might get some money towards that, but quite often it's not going to cover the entire cost. But at the same time, these are things that you can't delay because of the long-term effects that may happen, so there's something that you definitely need to address as soon as possible. Like I say, though, there are solutions. You definitely need to see your doctor, who may prescribe drugs such as metformin, which it's been around for quite a long time. It's sort of tried and tested. There are other drugs available such as Actos and Avandia, but you want to do your homework on these, because I have heard of some sort of horror stories about both of these, so just make sure you really do your research first of all before taking any of these. Now, not a huge surprise, but it's always a good idea to work exercise into your daily routine. Even if it's just half an hour or an hour walk a day, that will certainly help. It also helps blood pressure as well. If you do go to the gym, then the cross trainer is very good apparatus for getting some cardio going. And something similar to that, if you like the outdoors, then you can do something called Nordic walking, and that is where you use these sort of two sticks that look a bit like the sticks that a skier might have. And what it basically does, it forces you to move your arms as well as your legs, so again you're getting a good full sort of cardio workout. And of course, eating the right food, which is what this presentation is all about. So some quick tips here. It's quite common, certainly with type 2 diabetes, that you need to look at cutting your carbohydrates, known as carb counting, and at the same time you need to look at getting foods that are high in protein as well. And it's worth knowing that different food groups will actually affect your blood sugar levels, so take a look at that in more detail as well. Something you can do straight away then is avoid high starch vegetables such as beans, parsnips, carrots and peas, and also avoiding fruits that have quite high in sugar, like bananas, grapes, strawberries and mangoes. The good news though is you can still eat meat such as chicken, fish and duck, and also you need to get some fibre that you can easily get from nuts, seeds, certain vegetables. And back to the fruit side of things, you can eat peaches, grapefruit and apples, so as you can see, it's not all bad news. Now, of course, this is just half the problem, knowing which individual foods to eat and which not to eat, but I'm sure you want to get your hands on some really great recipes for free that are not only healthy, but is going to actually help control your blood level too. So in part 2, you're going to be able to get your hands on these so that you can get started straight away. So what you need to do now, if you're watching this on a video site such as YouTube, there'll be a link just below this video that you can click on right now, or maybe around the screen if it's on one of the other video sites. Failing that, you can just go up to your address bar at the top and just type thediabeticdietmenu.com/part 2. That's thediabeticdietmenu.com/part 2, and I'll see you there in a moment. Thank you.